Most people drift through life in a haze of mediocrity because they never truly commit. They never fully dedicate themselves. They never go all in on anything. They tinker, they dabble, they give half-hearted efforts, then wonder why they're stuck with minimal results. They crave extraordinary outcomes, but only put in casual effort. That's not how life operates. That's not how success is achieved. That's not how greatness is forged. You need to grasp a fundamental truth about this journey called life. There are no participation awards. There are no runner-up prizes. There's no safe haven where you can escape the grind of competition. The world doesn't owe you a thing. Success doesn't owe you a thing. Happiness doesn't owe you a thing. You have to earn it. You have to fight for it. You have to lock in and seize it. The chance to lock in is staring you in the face. It's been there all along, but you keep conjuring excuses. You keep finding reasons why now isn't the right moment. You keep waiting for the perfect opportunity, the ideal conditions, the flawless circumstances. Let me be clear, perfect timing is a myth. There will never be an ideal moment to begin. There will never be flawless conditions. Obstacles will always exist. Challenges will always arise. Reasons to quit will always tempt you before you even start. But champions don't wait for perfect circumstances. Champions create their own circumstances. Champions don't wait for inspiration. Champions ignite their own fire. Champions don't wait for opportunities. Champions carve their own paths. They know the best time to plant a tree was 2 decades ago, but the next best time is right now. You've lingered in your comfort zone far too long. You've played it safe for too long. You've chosen the easy road for too long. But easy doesn't forge resilience. Easy doesn't build strength. Easy doesn't shape the kind of person who can handle success when it arrives. Easy creates fragile people who collapse when life gets tough. Easy breeds quitters who surrender at the first hint of resistance. The time has come to embrace discomfort. The time has come to welcome the struggle. The time has come to tackle the things that scare you, because beyond fear lies everything you've ever dreamed of. Beyond discomfort lies growth. Beyond hard work lies success. You think you're exhausted now. You think you're stressed now. You think you're overwhelmed now. Imagine being 60 years old, looking back on your life and realizing you squandered it. Imagine lying on your deathbed, haunted by the dreams you never chased, the risks you never took, the potential you never unleashed. That's when you'll feel true pain. That's when you'll know real regret. But you have the power to rewrite that story. You have the power to shape your future. You have the power to lock in today and become the person you were destined to be. Everything you need is already within you. You just need to stop making excuses and start taking action. That voice in your head whispering that you can't do it, it's lying. That voice claiming you're not good enough, it's lying. That voice insisting it's too late, it's lying. That voice telling you don't have what it takes, it's lying. That voice has held you back your entire life. It's stolen your dreams. It's kept you small. It's time to silence that voice. It's time to replace it with a new one. A voice that declares you can achieve anything you set your mind to. A voice that affirms your worthiness of success. A voice that proclaims your capacity for greatness. A voice that insists it's never too late to begin. A voice that reminds you today is the first day of the rest of your life. But changing the voice in your mind is only the start. You must transform your actions. You must reshape your habits. You must overhaul your daily routine. You must rethink how you spend your time. You must redefine your relationship with hard work. You must reframe how you handle setbacks. You must change everything about how you're living right now. Success demands sacrifice. It requires you to let go of the things keeping you average. It means abandoning late nights of mindless scrolling. It means giving up lazy mornings lounging in bed. It means cutting ties with toxic relationships that sap your energy. It means breaking free from negative habits that hold you back. It means letting go of your old self to become your new self. Most people aren't willing to make those sacrifices. They want success, but refuse to pay its price. They want to keep their cake and eat it too. They want to cling to their old lifestyle while expecting new results. They want to change their circumstances without changing themselves. That's why most people fail. But you're different. You have something inside you that others lack. A burning desire to be more. A hunger for greatness, a vision of what your life could be if you just lock in and do the work. The work isn't glamorous. The work isn't fun. The work isn't easy. The work is grinding while others sleep. The work is studying while others party. The work is training while others relax. The work is pushing forward when others quit. The work is showing up when you don't feel like it. The work is staying consistent when consistency feels mundane. But here's what most people miss about the work. It's not just about external achievements. It's about becoming the kind of person who deserves those achievements. It's about building character. It's about cultivating discipline. It's about forming habits that empower you instead of ones that sabotage you. It's about becoming someone you're proud to see in the mirror. Every day, you face a choice. You can lock in, or you can lock out. You can move forward, or you can stay stuck. You can grow, or you can stagnate. You can chase your dreams, or you can make excuses. You can be a victor, or you can be a victim. The choice is yours alone. No one can make it for you. No one can do the work for you. No one can live your life for you. You are the author of your story. You are the director of your film. You are the CEO of your life. What kind of story will you write? What kind of film will you create? What kind of life will you build? Time is your most precious currency. You can earn more money, but you can't earn more time. You can replace possessions, but you can't replace missed opportunities. You can form new relationships, but you can't reclaim lost years. Every day you spend without locking in is a day gone forever. Every week you waste is a week stolen from your future. Every month you procrastinate is a month you'll regret later. The graveyard is filled with people who had brilliant ideas but never acted on them, who had grand dreams but never pursued them, who had immense potential but never unleashed it. Don't let that be your story. Don't let your potential die with you. Don't let your dreams turn into regrets. You have something unique inside you. You have gifts the world needs. You have a contribution only you can make. You have a purpose only you can fulfill. But none of it matters if you don't lock in. None of it matters if you don't do the work. None of it matters if you don't commit to becoming the person you're capable of being. The year is nearly over. Another 365 days have passed. What do you have to show for it? Have you grown? Have you improved? Have you moved closer to your goals? Or are you still where you were a year ago? Are you proud of how you've spent your time? Are you thrilled with your progress? Or are you disappointed for wasting another year? The truth can sting. The truth can be uncomfortable. But the truth is also freeing. When you face the reality of where you are, you can start making choices about where you're headed. When you admit you've been wasting time, you can start using it wisely. When you acknowledge you haven't given your all, you can start giving everything you've got. This is your wake-up call. This is your moment of truth. This is your chance to draw a line in the sand and say, enough is enough. This is your opportunity to stop being a bystander in your own life and become the hero of your story. This is your time to stop watching others live their dreams and start creating your own. But knowing what to do and doing it are worlds apart. Knowledge without action is useless. Inspiration without execution is meaningless. Good intentions without follow-through are worthless. You can understand every principle of success and still fail if you don't apply what you know. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is bridged by consistent daily action, by showing up when you don't feel like it, by doing what's right even when it's hard, by staying committed when motivation fades, by getting back up every time you fall. Success isn't a place you reach. Success is a way of moving through life. Success is who you become on the path to your goals. Success is the habits you build, the character you forge, the resilience you develop, the person you transform into through the pursuit of your dreams. You don't need to be perfect to start. You don't need all the answers to begin. You don't need to see the entire path to take the first step. You just need to commit to locking in with what you have, where you are right now. You just need to dedicate yourself to improving every single day. The power of the compound effect is undeniable. Small actions done consistently yield massive results. Reading 10 pages a day seems minor, but that's 3,650 pages in a year. Exercising for 30 minutes daily feels small, but that's 182 hours in a year. Saving $5 a day seems trivial, but that's over $1,800 in a year. Everything compounds. Everything accumulates. Everything counts. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a day and underestimate what they can accomplish in a year. They try to overhaul their lives overnight, and when they can't sustain that pace, they quit. They expect instant results, and when they don't see them, they give up. They want the rewards without paying the price. They want the harvest without planting the seeds. But success doesn't work like that. Success is built brick by brick, day by day, decision by decision. Success comes from sustained effort over time. Success belongs to those who understand the race isn't won by the fastest starter, but by the most persistent finisher. You've started and stopped countless times before. You've made promises to yourself you didn't keep. You've set goals you didn't achieve. You've made plans you didn't follow through on. That doesn't make you a failure. It makes you human. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't that successful people never fail. It's that successful people never quit. Every time you stumble, you have a choice. Stay down and wallow in self-pity, or rise and keep moving. You can dwell on how many times you've failed, or focus on how many times you've gotten back up. You can let your past define your future, or you can let your future redefine your past. Your past doesn't equal your future unless you choose to live there. Your mistakes don't determine your potential unless you let them. Your failures don't define your worth unless you believe they do. You're not stuck. You're not trapped. You're not limited by what you've done before. You have the power to start anew. You have the power to begin again. You have the power to lock in now and create a different life. The only question that matters is this: what will you do with the time you have left? Will you squander it like you've squandered so much before? Will you keep making the same excuses? Will you keep repeating the same patterns? Or will you lock in? Will you commit? Will you do whatever it takes to become the person you know you can be? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. The time is now. Don't waste another year. Don't waste another month. Don't waste another day. Don't waste another hour. Lock in. Commit. Execute. Your future self is counting on you to make the right choice today. Look in the mirror right now. Look at yourself. Really look. What do you see? Do you see someone who's been coasting through life? Someone who's been making excuses for why things haven't changed? Someone who's been waiting for permission to start living? Or do you see someone ready to take charge? Someone ready to lock in and do the work? Someone ready to stop playing small and start playing to win? The person staring back at you has limitless potential. The person in that mirror has everything it takes to succeed. The person you're looking at is capable of achieving things you can't even imagine yet. But that person must decide. That person must choose growth over comfort, action over inaction, commitment over hesitation. Your dreams won't chase you. Your goals won't achieve themselves. Your vision for your life won't materialize without your effort. You must be the one to make it happen. You must be the one to do the work. You must be the one to stay committed when others quit. The world is full of people with brilliant ideas who never act. It's full of people with big dreams who never take steps. It's full of people with incredible potential who never unlock it. Don't be one of them. Don't let your story be one of what could have been. Make it a story of what happened because you chose to lock in. Every successful person you admire started where you are now. They had doubts, they had fears, they had obstacles, they had naysayers telling them it couldn't be done. They had moments when they wanted to give up. The difference between them and you, they locked in anyway. They did the work anyway. They stayed committed anyway. They never gave up on themselves. You have that same power within you. You have the same ability to push through when things get tough. You have the same capacity to stay focused amid distractions. You have the same strength to keep going when others stop. You just need to tap into it. You just need to use it. You just need to lock in. The road ahead won't be easy, but it will be worth it. There will be days when progress feels glacial and nights when you question your path. There will be doubters who challenge you and circumstances that test your resolve. There will be setbacks that knock you down and failures that tempt you to quit. But every champion has walked this road. Every person who's achieved something meaningful has faced these challenges. What separates those who succeed from those who don't isn't talent, luck, or perfect conditions. It's the choice to lock in and stay locked in, no matter what. It's the commitment to keep showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's the discipline to do what's necessary, even when it's hard. It's the resilience to rise every time you fall. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your chance to stop living a life of regret and start living a life of purpose. This is your opportunity to stop being ordinary and start being extraordinary. This is your invitation to stop wasting time and start investing it in becoming who you were meant to be. The alarm is ringing. The wake-up call has sounded. The moment of truth is here. What will you do? Will you hit the snooze button and drift back to sleep? Or will you rise and lock in? The choice is yours. Your future awaits your decision. I'm speaking to you, the person who knows they're destined for more. I'm speaking to the dreamer, tired of settling for average. I'm speaking to the warrior, ready to break free from the crowd that's comfortable, the crowd that's content with mediocrity, the crowd that always has an excuse for why they can't succeed. But you're not like them. You're different. You know, success isn't a public spectacle. Success is a private discipline. Success is what happens when no one's watching. Success is built in the basement, in the garage, in the early morning hours when the world is still asleep, dreaming of what they wish they could become. Everyone wants success when it's convenient. Everyone wants to work when they're motivated. Everyone wants to grind when conditions are perfect. But true champions work in the shadows. They work when it's cold. They work when it's uncomfortable. They work when every instinct screams to quit. The shadows are where legends are born. The shadows are where champions are forged. The shadows are where ordinary people become extraordinary. In the shadows, there are no distractions. There's no social media to waste your time. There's no one to impress. In the shadows, it's just you and your dreams, you and your goals, you and your commitment to becoming who you're meant to be. Right now, someone is working. Someone is studying, someone is training, someone is building, someone is creating, and they're not doing it for applause or recognition. They're doing it because they know greatness is built in silence. The greatest athletes didn't become great during the games. They became great in the unseen training sessions. The gym at 5 a.m., during grueling practices in the summer heat while others were at the beach. They became great in the shadows, grinding, sweating, pushing through pain with no one to cheer them on. The most successful entrepreneurs didn't build their empires during business hours. They built them working 18-hour days, strategizing at 3 a.m., making calls while others watched TV. They built them in the shadows, sacrificing comfort for their future. The greatest artists, writers, and musicians didn't create their masterpieces in the spotlight. They created them alone in their studios, pouring their hearts out when no one was watching. They created in the shadows, turning pain into power, struggles into strength. The shadows are your ally. The shadows are where you discover your true self. When no one's watching, when there's no one to impress or judge, your character shines through. That's when you learn if you're truly committed to your dreams or just talking about them. Most people are just talking. Most people are all show, no substance. Most people want the results without the work, the success without the sacrifice, the glory without the grind, but not you. You're here because you know success is earned, and it's earned in the shadows. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now. The perfect condition is no condition. The permission you need comes from you. Step into that dark room and work. Build in that basement. Create in that garage. The world doesn't need more excuse makers. It doesn't need more dreamers who never act. It doesn't need more people talking about someday. The world needs warriors, builders, people who know success is crafted in private and revealed in public. While others post about their goals on social media, you need to be working on yours. While others talk about their dreams, you need to be living them. While others make noise, you need to make moves. Silent, powerful moves that speak louder than words. What separates winners from losers? Winners work in the shadows. They know success isn't a spectator sport. They know greatness isn't built overnight. They know there are no shortcuts, no easy paths, no magic formulas, only hard, consistent work that no one sees but everyone benefits from. Every morning, when your alarm sounds, you have a choice. Hit snooze and stay comfortable, or get up and get after it. You can stay in bed dreaming about your goals, or rise and work toward them. You can choose comfort or growth. Most choose comfort. Champions choose growth. The dark hours are the golden hours. The hours when others sleep are when champions are made. 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. These are the hours that separate the committed from the casual, the hours that build character, that forge steel in your spine and fire in your soul. You don't need motivation to work in the shadows. Motivation is fleeting. What you need is discipline. Discipline gets you up when you'd rather stay in bed. Discipline keeps you working when you don't feel like it. Discipline separates professionals from amateurs. And discipline is built in the shadows. Every time you work when you don't want to, you're building discipline. Every time you push through when you want to quit, you're building discipline. Every time you honor your commitments, even when it's tough, you're building discipline. The shadows are where excuses die. In the light, with others around, it's easy to make excuses, to blame others, to play the victim. But in the shadows, alone with your goals, there's no one to blame, no one to complain to. Just work to be done. That's where you need to be. That's the environment that transforms you into who you're meant to be. Transformation doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when you're pushed to your limits, tested, alone in the shadows, with nothing but your will to keep you going. Most people want transformation, but want it to be public. They want everyone to see their journey, applaud their efforts, celebrate their small wins. But real transformation happens in private, when no one's watching in the shadows. Stop seeking recognition for unfinished work. Stop expecting applause for unachieved goals. Stop wanting credit for the person you haven't become yet. Put your head down, step into the shadows, and work. The recognition will come. The applause will come. The credit will come. But only after the work is done. The shadows are where you build your foundation. You don't build a skyscraper's foundation in Times Square for all to see. You build it underground, out of sight, in the dark. But that foundation holds everything up. It makes the building strong. It keeps it from collapsing. Your foundation is built in the dark hours, when you work despite not wanting to, when you keep going despite wanting to quit, when you choose discipline over comfort, growth over pleasure, your future over your present feelings. Once that foundation is solid, you can build anything on it. You can achieve anything. You can become anything. But it starts in the shadows, with the work no one sees. Stop announcing your goals. Stop seeking validation for your dreams. Just work on them, silently, in the shadows. When no one's watching, when no one believes in you, when no one understands. Most people won't understand your dreams. They won't see your vision. They'll try to talk you out of it, tell you it's impossible, urge you to play it safe. But you're not most people. You're different. You're chosen. And chosen people don't need everyone's approval. They just work, in silence, in the shadows, with faith that their efforts will pay off. The shadows are where your character is forged. Anyone can work when they feel good, when conditions are perfect, when they're motivated, but it takes character to work when you don't feel like it, when everything's going wrong, in the shadows. Character sustains you when motivation fades. You can't keep choosing comfort and expect to grow. You can't keep avoiding challenges and expect to build strength. You can't keep waiting for perfect conditions and expect progress. Perfect conditions don't exist. Perfect timing doesn't exist. Perfect feelings don't exist. What exists is now, this moment, this opportunity to choose discomfort over comfort, growth over stagnation, action over excuses. If you make that choice consistently day after day, week after week, month after month, you'll look back a year from now and be stunned at how much you've changed, how much you've grown, what you've become. But it starts today, in this moment, when it's tough. So, what will you do? Will you keep making excuses? Will you keep waiting to feel good? Will you keep choosing comfort over growth? Or will you do it when it's tough? Will you push through the resistance? Will you prove you're stronger than your feelings? Will you become the person who does what needs to be done, no matter how they feel? The choice is yours, but make it now. Don't wait for tomorrow, next week, or next month. Do it now. Do it when it's tough. Do it especially when it's tough, because that's when it matters most. That's when champions are made. That's when lives are transformed. So get up, get moving, get started. And when it starts to feel unbearable, when you want to quit, when every part of you screams to stop, keep going, that's when the magic happens. That's when you become who you're destined to be. Do it when it's tough. That's the secret. That's the formula. That's the path.